Welcome back, Burgeonites. This is MTG Burgeoning here, and what you are looking at is Scion of the Ur-Dragon. For a white, a blue, a black, a red, and a green, we have a legendary dragon avatar, 4/4 flying, and we can tap 2 and search our library for a dragon card, put it into our graveyard, and if we do, Scion of the Ur-Dragon becomes a copy of that card until end of turn. Scion of the Ur-Dragon can become any dragon ever. And in this video, we're going to pilot MTG Burgeoning's Scion of the Ur-Dragon EDH Commander deck through some test play. Hello and welcome back, MTG Burgeoning here. You know what he is, you know what he does, you know what he brings to the table. If you missed Scion of the Ur-Dragon's EDH Commander deck tech, you can click the link in the description below and it'll take you right to a breakdown of this deck. Without any further ado, we know what we're doing here. We are going to take this deck, we are going to play test it, we're going to put some cards into our hand, and then we're going to put those cards onto the battlefield. And we're just going to see, to give the viewers an idea as to how this deck can operate, how the synergies in the deck can transpire, and, well, just to shuffle up and play test a commander deck. All right, we give this up a nice shuffling. Let's see what we can do here. This is our Commander Thursday series, and this time we are testing out Scion of the Ur-Dragon, and as is customary, we'll keep track of the turns to see exactly how we do with the ramp in the deck, with building our board state, and how soon we can get Scion onto the battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. We got our library, we got our commander. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. Arcane Signet, card 1. Oh, Thalwar Stone, card 2. Oh, boy, this is shaping up to be a very, very nice beginning. Island. And a Steam 4. This is looking amazing. Oh. All right, we keep this. No question about that, folks. All right, turn 1. Here we go. We draw our card for turn. Oh, turn 1 Triome. That's what we're looking for. I mean, if we had a fetch land, we would definitely drop a fetch land to seek out a Triome because it offers 1 of any 3 colors, because our commander is 1 of every color. So we want to make sure we can get that color pie working for us. Draw a card, another land, beautiful. So let's just drop down our island right here, and we'll just tap 2, and let's throw out our Arcane Signet. And the ramping has begun, folks. Untap, we move to turn 3, and we draw another land. All right, so let us check to see what we've got here. We got greens, we need to get a white. We need to get some white and black. So let's drop down a Sacred Foundry, untapped. And we'll tap our island and our Ketria Triome to play a Thalwar Stone. With 4 lands in our hand and a dragon, we're looking pretty good. We untap on turn 4. We've got our 5 colors. We can cast Scion right away. We draw, Dragon Tempest. We're gonna put the Tempest out there right away. So let's play a Steam Vents tapped. We'll tap the 2 to cast a Dragon Tempest. And then we'll move to our turn 5. We'll untap. This is gonna be fabulous. We draw, one of the dragons I never want to draw. I always want this one in the deck. Oh, rats. All right, so we got Nicol Bolas in our hand. Not terrible. All right, so we've got our 6. What we're going to do is we're going to pay 2 life to have the Hallowed Fountain come into play untapped. We're going to grab our 5 lands here, and we're just gonna simply go. We got our white. There's our blue. We'll grab our arcane signet to make sure we definitely have the black. And then we'll go red and green. And we cast Scion. Scion comes into play. We'll ping something. And it has haste. So, honestly, I really was going to play. I was going to have Scion become Bolus on the first turn and knock an opponent's hand out. Alright, so let's say we declare our attack. It's turn 5. We attack one of our opponents. No blocks. Let's activate Scion's ability. And let's see what we could do here. Let's see. Vara. Nope, we already attacked. So we don't want that. Lothless won't help us right now. Oh man, I gotta mix these cards up better. Jeez. Let's see. Blade Wing won't help us right now. That has double strike. That would be 10 commander damage, and we could do better. Scale Lord is defensive. We don't want that now. We could get 12 right there, so maybe we'll just put the Dragon Tyrant there for a moment so we could see. Okay. Let's go through our other half. All right, the Ur-Dragon, but we already declared attack, so that wouldn't work for us. Molten Steel is a better combo, so we don't want to bring that out. Terror of the Peaks is better already in play. Dracuseth we already attacked. Same thing with the Tarka. Scourge won't help us. We're okay with life, so we don't have to worry about Dramaka. We already attacked, so there's Ojutai. He's there for defense. We could steal some artifacts. That could be a good option. Skitherix is better as part of the combo. Hellkite Overlord would be 8. Let's just say we haven't been damaged yet or attacked, so we won't play Ogakachi. Wasitora, we could have someone sacrifice a creature. That's better in a different way. Balefire would be a good option if there's an opponent that has a little army going. But let's go. Let's see. What do we want in the graveyard here? Let's say we want, you know what, let's put the Terror out there, the Terror of Mount Valus, because that's a dragon that we want to have in our graveyard for any of our recursion spells, like a Living Death or a Patriarch's Bidding that we just passed, or a Rise of the Dark Realms, because when it and a bunch of our other dragons enter the battlefield at the same time, all of our dragons will have double strike, and if we're lucky enough to have haste as well, we can attack and end the game. So let's make Scion become the Terror of Mount Valus for a turn. So we attack our opponent with a 5/5 flying double strike. Well, we already attacked with Scion, no blocks. So before combat damage, we activated Scion's ability. Scion becomes the Terror of Mount Valus. And our opponent takes 10 commander damage. Now remember, even though the creature is different, the entity of the card, the actual physical rectangular piece of cardboard signifies our commander. So any damage that's dealt by that piece of cardboard is considered commander damage. So this opponent's going to take 10 commander damage. So without any form of interaction, with another Scion activation and the Dragon Tyrant, we can kill that same opponent next turn. Alright, so we'll go there. Did a bunch of shuffling off camera. We'll cut. Alright, that was a good turn. Let's see, we moved past that. We moved to turn 6. Alright, draw a card, and we have a swamp. Alright, so we'll play our swamp. All right, so let's do something fun here. Let us activate. First, let's say we're going to attack not the same opponent. Let's say we'll attack a different opponent. Scion attacks opponent number 2, knowing that opponent number 1 already has 10 commander damage. We attack opponent number 2. Lucky for us, look at that, no blocks. So, before combat damage is dealt, Let's tap 2 to activate Scion's ability. With that on the stack, let's tap an additional 2 mana to activate Scion's ability a second time. So we have 2 Scion activations on the stack. So the first interaction, we are going to search our library. And we are going to try to, I'm not going to try to find, we are going to find let's see. Where did he go? What the? Did I miss him? Yeah, this has got to be exciting for you, right? Oh, I must have missed him the first go around. Oh. Okay, come on. Let's get this together here. We are going to find... There he goes. So with the second activation of Scion that went onto the stack, that's the one that will trigger first. That was the one that will resolve first. So with the second one that goes onto the stack, it's the first to resolve. So we will activate Scion. We will have Scion's ability resolve, and we will bring in the Molten Steel Dragon. And before the next Scion ability resolves off the stack, we will, looking at that wonderful Phyrexian mana, we will tap 3 to give Scion +3/+0. And then we will pay 6 life to give it another +3/+0. So that Scion has +6/+0 from Molten Steel Dragon before it's resolved. And now the +6/+0 stays on Scion. And then we search our library for the first Scion activation. And I think you know where we're going with this, folks. We've got a +6/+0 Scion. And there he is. With the other ability off the stack, we bring Skithrix. We reveal this. It goes to our graveyard. Scion becomes Skithrix until the end of the turn, and it also gets the +6/+0 that we had with Molten Steel Dragon. So now this opponent is going to take 10 points of infect. And that opponent most likely will be quite unhappy and will be out of the game. This was a very good go-around with the Scion deck. We have opponent 1 teetering, opponent 2 is out. This was a good start. Let's do it again. Okay, with a bunch of off-camera shuffling going on, we got the Scion EDH Commander deck ready for another play testing on Commander Thursdays here at MTG Burgeoning. First play test went pretty well. I mean, if we didn't draw that Nicol Bolas the turn that we wanted to make it become Scion, that would have been a near perfect draw. Had some ramp, had lots of lands. As is customary, we do multiple play testing to show that the deck can legitimately do what we want it to do. Here is our turn counter. All right, give us a good hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Ristic Study is nice. Dramaka. Uh-oh, come on, get some lands. Come on, oh no, give us some real estate. Oh man, how do you keep this hand? All right, so what we're looking at is, can we draw consecutive lands to get a Ristic Study in play? Can we do that? Should we do that? Let's try it. We've got a lot of lands in this deck. Let's try it. All right, here we go. Land. Oh, rats. Okay, so we play a Mana Confluence. That was turn 1. Turn 2, this was probably a mistake, but, oh, no. All right, so we're going to start discarding here. All right, let's discard Dragon Lord Dromaka. Maybe we can set up an eventual living death. Draw. Oh. Yep. Maybe not the greatest idea, folks. Lothless. Turn 4, we're getting destroyed by our opponents. There's Haven of the Spirit Dragon. Okay. Turn 5. Jeez, by turn 5 last game, we were doing much, much better. Oh, Pact of Stinking Negation. You know what? Let's just get rid of that. Turn 6. There's our Wooded Foothills. But by this time, we can probably assume that we were in some major trouble. And that just shows you, folks, don't mess with your lands. Alright, so after that failure of a play testing, again, don't mess with your lands. Don't mess with your opening hand. Don't think you can miraculously top deck 2 or 3 straight draws. That was poor choice to begin with. We had a Smothering Tithe, and yes, we had a Ristic Study. We had way too many dragons in our hand. Alright. Now, in the days of the partial mulligan, that would have been sweet. In the days of the partial mulligan, I would have kept that land, kept the Ristic Study and the Smothering Tithe, and then just put every single dragon right back into the library. Alright. The third time will be the charm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Demonic Tutor, okay. Oh, Arcane Signet, there we go. Sneak Attack. Oh, come on, not again. Give us some real estate. Oh, seriously? Oh, jeez. Yep, not even thinking about... Not one land? Really? Oh, boy. Alright, so... This is 2 straight opening hand draws that... Boy, they were not very flattering to this deck. I mean, I know what happens. But come on, baby. Oh. Alright, so we're going to definitely take our full mulligan. Our free full mulligan here. As is customary at the time for EDH Commander games. Alright, this one will be the good one. Here we go. Let's see a turn 1 Soul Ring go into... let's not be too greedy. Let's just say Soul Ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Although technically Soul Ring isn't going to help us cast Scion any quicker. Card, a Dromaka. Reflecting Pool. Pact of Negation. Verdant Catacombs, okay, that'll get us a Triome. Alright, things are looking okay. Ristic Study, that's very nice. And a Living Death. Alright, not great, but this we can work with this. Turn 1. Draw a card. Smothering Tides. Okay, now we can probably work with this well. Verdant Catacombs. That we would tap, pay 1 life. And make sure we get something that's got blue, I'd say blue, white, red. So let's get a Triome. Let's go find that blue, is it the wrong one? That's what we want. So we'll sack the, oh, we can't. That's forced and, oh, really? Unbelievable. All right. Duh. So we'll go blue, white. We'll go with the Indatha. That's a good runner-up because we've got the Living Death in our hand. Blue, whites. Come on, where are you? Yep. I think I'll just start doing this off camera. Gotta save all kinds of time. Alright. Alright, so turn 1, we played a Verdant Catacombs, paid 1 life, sacked it, and searched our library to put an Indatha Triome into play. And there's the battlefield tap, but we can tap it for a Plains or a Forest, and that's not what I wanted. Let's pause this here for a second. Alright, so we went for the Ketria. Alright, so we got blue, red and green. The blue will help with casting the Ristic Study as quickly as possible. The red to help get Scourge of Valkus out there. And the green for the eventual casting of Dragon Lord Dromaka. I couldn't get a red and white because that particular fetch land, I'm sorry, not red and white, blue and white, because that fetch land wouldn't do it for us. Could have got the shock, but the 3-color Ketria will be more valuable for the long game. Alright, so speaking of long, man, that was a long turn. Okay. Turn 1. Let's speed this up now. Turn 2, Merciless Eviction, alright. We'll play a Reflecting Pool. Alright, so we need a land turn 3. Come on, baby, turn 3. Oh, there is Anguished Unmaking. Alright, you know what? Discard Dragon Lord Dromaka, most expensive card in our hand. Turn 4, we draw. Oh, discard. Turn 5, we're getting pummeled. Oh, discard. Turn 6, what is happening here? Oh, Polluted Delta, but again, it's way too late. We're not a factor. Bust. Second one, bust. Third one, bust. Can we push? Can we break even? Let's try it again and find out. Okay, so after a healthy dose of off-camera shuffling, we'll give it a couple more. We'll cut, and we are going to draw a hand that matches the requisite power and ability of this deck. I promise you that. Alright, here we go. Let's change up the cutting this time. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here we go. This guy again. Oh no. Oh, why is this? There we go. Mana Confluence. Come on. Land. Oh. Land. Soul Ring. Give us a land. Give us a land. Give us a land. Alright, Arid Mesa. Okay, we can work with this. Oh, honestly, I'd rather see all 4 of these dragons in the library, not in our opening hand. You know what? Let's mulligan. Let's take the freebie. Let's take the freebie. What would the first 2 turns have been? Land, Grim Tutor. Oh, Demonic Tutor. Alright, that happens. Let's shuffle this up. Alright, here we go. Playtest number 4, and we are still trying to replicate even a modicum of success from the first playtesting. The second one was a hand we never should have kept. The third one was just disastrous. And we're already on our mulligan for the 4th one. Sometimes the gods of magic just do not want to cooperate. But we will stay optimistic, because I know we can get it done. Okay, here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Land, Soul Ring. There we go. It's already amazing. Scalelord Reckoner. Ur-Dragon. Want you in the library. Swamp. Oh, I want Bolus in the library. Give us a sneak attack. Give us a sneak attack. Vandal Blast. Still, just with the 2 lands, though. Alright. Let's roll with this. Oh, okay, here we go. Turn 1. Ooh, nice. Let's just play the Triome right away. Turn 2, untap, draw. Oh, there we go. Let's play an Exotic Orchard into a Soul Ring. Okay, things are looking better now. All right, here we go. Turn 3. We draw Blood Crypt. We got a lot of black here. White, white, 2. You know what I think we can do here? Let's play a swamp. Let's tap 2, hoping that one of our opponents has some white in their mana base. And we can cast a Scalelord Reckoner. Okay, it's not a bad dragon to have out there for some defense. Okay, so we'll untap. We'll move to turn 4. Draw a card. Sacred Foundry. Okay, I think maybe what we'll do now, let us tap out for 5. Let's overload our Vandal Blasts. Try to set back any of our opponents that mana ramped out with some artifacts. And then we will drop down into play a Watery Grave, tapped. Swing with our Scale Lord Reckoner, and then we untap. Alright, so what we're looking at here is turn 5, we draw Patriarch's Bidding. Love to see that card. Alright, so we are looking to cast, not only cast Scion, but have an untapped Soul Ring to activate it for defense if needed. So let's also assume we got our white, white, blue, black. Oh, we have to assume that maybe one of our opponents has some green. This is Commander, so our Exotic Orchard can tap for a green. So we pay 2 life for our Sacred Foundry to come into play untapped. So then we go white with the Foundry, blue with the Watery Grave, black with the Swamp, red with the Triome, and then green with the Exotic Orchard. And we cast Scion of the Ur-Dragon. And we've got some defense there. If somebody decides to target Scion, we can quick activate its ability to put some hexproof on them. And then that will be that. So let's say, let's make this interesting. He makes it around the table. Our opponents are tapped out. No one targets Scion. Let's tap the Soul Ring at the end step of our last opponent to activate his ability. And let's decide to throw into our graveyard Dragon Lord Kolaghan. Oh, next card was a sneak attack. No. Let's decide we're going to put Dragon Lord Kolaghan in there. Into our graveyard. Okay, so our graveyard has got Dragon Lord Kolaghan, and a Vandal Blast, and a huge mess. Okay, so we did that at the end step. So what we have the ability of doing is we can tap that Soul Ring to have Scion become a dragon. That dragon goes to the graveyard, and then we can tap 5, cast Patriarch's Bidding, bring back Dragon Lord Kolaghan and the other dragon that Scion of the Ur-Dragon became, and swing in with some big, hasty dragons. And I have a sneaking suspicion what we're going to do, too. So, we did some shuffling. We cut. We smooth out. Alright, and here we go, folks. We untap. We move to turn 6 with our hand. We draw a Crux of Fate. That's a great draw. Alright, so let's do it. Knowing that we're going to cast Patriarch's Bidding to bring back Dragon Lord Kolaghan and another dragon, let's tap and activate Scion. And I want to seek out the Ur-Dragon Hellkite. So let's say we seek out the Ur-Dragon Hellkite. Oh, now that I'm double thinking, yeah, that wouldn't have worked. Could have done that. If we only had a couple more mana, we could have threw Terror of the Peaks in there at the same time with Dragon Lord Kolaghan and Ur-Dragon Hellkite. Boy, that would have been nasty. Alright, so, till end of turn, Scion of the Ur-Dragon becomes the Ur-Dragon Hellkite. And if you're not familiar with what the Ur-Dragon Hellkite does, whenever a dragon we control attacks, we get to create a 6/6 flying red dragon creature token. So we already have one Ur-Dragon in play. Let's tap for 5. Let's cast Patriarch's Bidding, naming dragons, bringing into play Kolaghan, and a second Ur-Dragon Hellkite, because remember, Scion is also a copy of Ur-Dragon Hellkite. We declare attackers, because everyone has haste, attack with all 4, including Scion, our commander. And what ends up happening is we have 2 Ur-Dragon Hellkite triggers for each of our attacking dragons. So that means we're putting in 8 6/6 flying dragon creature tokens. So those 4 and 4 more. And I get it. This is just begging for a board wipe. We're just wanting someone to Cyclonic Rift. But it is turn 6. We did cast a Vandal Blast. We should be okay. Maybe not, but that's what Scion did. So that was a much better play testing. So the first one, great. Number 4, great. Number 2, number 3, not so much. Let's go for the tiebreaker. And here we go, Burgeonites, one more time. Let's see where we end up on the fence. Are we to the good side? Are we to the not good side? Just thinking of what we could have done had we just stockpiled the graveyard a little bit more in that last play testing. If we wouldn't have committed to the Patriarch's Bidding that turn, maybe threw in a Terror of the Peaks, maybe threw in Lothless. Oh, that could have been game ending right from that combination. But it was in the moment. This is just play testing, so no big deals. All right, here we go, folks. Opening 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, Quicksilver Amulets. Have not drawn you yet. Come on, give us some ramp. Give us some lands. What the heck? Oh, seriously? Oh, man. Cavern of Souls. Oh, boy. We're going to mulligan this, folks. Okay, here we go. The last hurrah. Let's make it worth it. Come on, baby. Let's get that draw. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is the one. I can feel it. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Land. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Oh, Vampiric Tutor. That one goes to the front. Another 3 fetches. Oh, this is going to be great. And Terror. All right, let's do this thing. Here we go. There's our turn counter. Turn number 1, the Scourge of Valkus. Triome goes into play. Triome number 1. There's going to be more. You can believe that. Draw number 2, Hallowed Fountain. Since we're not playing anything yet, let's drop down an Arid Mesa. We'll pay our life. We'll search our library. And we'll just put that Triome right into play. Do this off camera. Okay, there we go. Triome number 2 is on the battlefield. That's probably going to be a similar play for turn 3 and turn 4. They're just too good in a 5-color deck, and if we can fetch them, it's too advantageous not to. Even if they come into play tap first few turns, that's alright. We're not casting much. So, third turn, same as the second. Okay, we'll keep on ramping. Well, this isn't really ramping right now. This is just fetching. All right, turn 4, we draw. Ooh, Ristic Study. I believe we're definitely going to cast that. Yep, 3. Study is out and in play. And we will play another fetch. We'll pay another life. And we'll search for another Triome. Okay, and we're back. Do some cuts right here. Now, this being turn 4, I think it's safe to assume that off of a Ristic Study on turn 4 with 3 other opponents, I think conservatively we can say that we drew 2 cards. Okay, so we'll draw those cards. All right, we got a Quicksilver Amulet and a Fierce Guardianship. All right. Okay, so let's untap. We are color fixed for days now. Turn 5 and we draw. Oh, Cavern of Souls. Yep. And we're going to play a Cavern of Souls for dragons, of course. We're going to tap. I think we're just going to tap 4 here. And let's throw out our Quicksilver Amulet. And we're down to 7, so we'll stay right there. I know that Vampiric Tutor is itching. It's burning a hole in my pocket. All right, so another round of turns. I think we'll be a little more conservative here and say we just draw 1 card off of the Ristic Study, and we'll draw a Mystical Tutor. Instant or sorcery. Got nothing but lands in the graveyard. All right, so let's play this out. We untap. We can cast an uncounterable Scion. Here's turn 6. We draw Scourge of the Throne. Okay. Let us think about. We got a lot of cards in our hand. All right, let's play Sacred Foundry untapped. Let's save our Scion. And let's go for leaving a blue or a black open with the Zagoth Triome in case we want to Mystical or Vampiric Tutor. We're going to tap 4, and we're going to throw out... Ooh, maybe we'll do Scourge of Valkus. Yeah, let's throw the Scourge of Valkus out in the play. Okay. Another round of turns. It's turn 6. I think it's safe to think that everyone would not allow us to pay, would not allow us to draw any cards, so we won't draw any off of the Ristic Study. So we get to our hand of 7, and turn 7, and we draw Dragon Lord Dromaka. Okay, now we got some options here. Let's play a Hallowed Fountain. I think we just activate the Quicksilver Amulet again. Let's do so by tapping 4. And let's put out... Yeah, let's put out Scourge of the Throne. Let's give them something to think about. We'll do a pinging with Scourge like we would have last turn had I remembered it. Alright, so this coming out next turn could be nice. Alright, turn 8, one more. Let's see how it goes. This is kind of slow. We kind of grinded a bit here with this play testing. At least we were able to play a land so far every turn. That's been nice. Alright, we draw a card. Another dragon. It's looking more and more like I might want a Vampiric Tutor for a sneak attack. And then cast that sneak attack and then sneak out a bunch of dragons. Let them hit the yard. And then next turn, Mystical Tutor for a Patriarch's Bidding. Or a Rise of the Dark Realms if we keep playing a land every turn. So for right now, let's just tap 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll tap our Quicksilver Amulet. We'll throw the Terror of Mount Valus into play. And we'll ping something for 3. And then we'll attack with the 2 double strikers. Hopefully it's someone that's on the throne and we can attack again. Put a +1/+1 counter and attack again. Alright, so this play test was a little more grindy, but still more advantageous than number 2 and number 3. This is MTG Burgeoning, and you are watching Scion of the Ur-Dragon EDH Commander playtesting. Do you pilot a Scion deck? What would you include? What would you take out? What theme do you have? Do you run a strict reanimation theme? Are you extra turns? Are you just looking to one-shot? I'd love to hear what you do with your Scion deck. This is MTG Burgeoning, folks. Be good to yourselves and each other. Want to become a Pack Wars combatant? 4 easy steps. Step number 1. Click on the link below in the description or go to www.buymeacoffee.com/MTGBurgeoning. Step number 2. Select either membership or support. Membership will enroll you into Pack Wars for $5 each month. Support will cost $5 for 1 month. Step number 3, complete payment information. The name you use will appear on the site. Use your real name, use your YouTube handle, or use no name at all and be anonymous. Be sure to include your email address in the information. Step number 4, most importantly, prepare for war.